This is my latest TCG experiment, and we're going to see how this goes. What you're looking at is actually four, which should be at least, four kind of half cases here. So a typical case of these would be 12 boxes. So we have two full cases. And when I say full boxes, I mean there's 6 boxes in each of these. So this side is one case, this side is another case. And you can see these are Konami. These are Yu-Gi-Oh! More importantly, you're going to see right here, these are SGX1s. And what that means is these are speed duels, Duel Academy boxes. And so these were kind of a pseudo collection box, if you will, where basically you got a handful of decks in it, preloaded decks, so static cards. There's no variety there, but you basically got like 8 decks in it in each box, and there was basically a little secret rare bundle pack, and those are a random assortment. And the full set, I'm actually missing one secret rare. So my hopes with this is that we're going to pull that secret rare out of these boxes. We should actually pull quite a bit of them. And I'm going to take all these boxes, I'm going to break them down. I'm going to list all the singles from all of these on TCG Player, and we're going to see if we can make our money back with this purchase. Now, these have recently gone up, and so buying these wholesale, the US stateside, is about $25 a box. And I was able to score these actually internationally. So these ship from the UK, and I paid $250 ship for everything, which means that I got it was about $256 after everything to my door. They just arrived today. And so we basically are looking at cost basis per box of about $10.50, which gives us an amazing starting point on these. So I'm going to go ahead and get these cracked open, and we're going to confirm whether it's actually what I bought, and that it's the English version. It should be. And we're going to take a look at the contents. So if I crack one open here, you can see these are indeed what we were expecting. And there's going to be 6 boxes in each of these. So these are going to be double stacked. And this is the Duel Academy box for Speed Duel. It is English. So this is exactly what we were hoping for. I'm going to go ahead and get all 24 of these out, and we're going to take a look at the stack. We got all 24 boxes out, and it's a pretty big stack. But these are all 24, and I went ahead and undid the wrapping paper on one. So we're going to go ahead and get this opened up. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like whenever you open up one of these, and show you kind of what the secret rares are. And we're going to go hunting for the one secret rare that we need. And I'm going to talk about how I'm going to list these. And it's going to be so simple. Because we're going to be able to leverage Card Uploader's feature that allows you to basically select a set, bulk add quantities, and then upload to TCG Player. It's going to be super simple. We could also do this with a CSV if we wanted, but let's go ahead and get these out first. So these are the actual decks. And if you look at the set number right here, you're going to see there's a little suffix. So we've got SGX1-EN, but then we have A01. So this is going to be A and B in here probably. And then the next deck, you're going to have, actually it was probably A, B, and C is probably in here, and then D. And then basically there's multiple mini decks in each of these. But the card pool in each of the mini decks is all the same. It's a static card pool. So we can hop online and we can actually grab the whole card list and see what's there. But this is the randoms piece here, and this is our secret rares. So we're going to have 24 of these little secret rare bundles from each of the boxes, and these have a random assortment of a pool of, I believe it's 24 secret rares in the total pool size. So if you look at the back here rather, you can see 8 secret rare, upgrades. So each box contains 8 secret rares out of a pool of 24 cards. And this is why I was saying we're pretty much guaranteed, in fact, we are guaranteed to get probably a few of the ones that I'm missing. I'm only missing one from the set. And then you can see we've got our skill cards. And then over here, you can kind of see the characters and the deck profile for each character. So these are, as I mentioned, these are themed. You could almost consider this like a theme deck or a starter deck, either way. But essentially, as I mentioned, it is a static card pool. And that makes listing these super easy. But what that also means is for each card, at a minimum, we're going to have 24 copies of every card. And that is really what deck builders are looking for. So those that are playing speed duels, they're generally looking for 3 copies of each card. And so by putting those up, we are able to provide a bunch of these cards to them. Speed duels tends to be my bestseller in the Yu-Gi-Oh category on my TCG player store. I'm a big speed duels person. And so it's actually the majority of my Yu-Gi-Oh collection is speed duels. And so one of my goals is to amass an entire speed duel set. That means getting every set across the entire kind of speed duel segment, if you will, within Yu-Gi-Oh. And I'm getting super close to that. I'm only missing, I think, probably maybe like 20-ish cards or so. So we're still in the hunt to finish it. We're going to take advantage of these. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get all of these open. And we're going to grab all of the secret rare packs out of these. And then we're going to stack up and see how many of each secret rare we get. And then we already kind of know how many of these we're going to have. We don't even have to take them out. One of the cool things about these two is they are already pre-sorted by set number. So we know that we have A and then 1 through 20 or however many are in mini deck A, and then B and so on. And on TCG Player, they have the set numbers on the individual cards as well. So we could actually, and one of the ways that I do these when I do box breaks is I don't go through and alphabetize every card. I actually leave them in set order. So I'll take all the A's from all 24 boxes and I'll stack like A1 to 20, and then right behind that A1 to 20 again, and then A1 to 20. And then if somebody comes in and they grab 3 cards, I can quickly just grab like the 3rd card from each of the sets. It's kind of, I guess you can kind of say it's like a chaos sort, but it's really not. You're just sorting, instead of sorting alphabetically, I'm sorting by set number. And that is because when I get the order slip and the packing slip from TCG Player, it has the card number on it. Makes it super easy to pull, and I don't have to spend any time alpha sorting any of these cards. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to get all of these open, and then we're going to take a look and see how many of each secret rare we got. Got them all unboxed, so we've got all 24 stacks here. These are all of our secret rare packs. But before we get all those opened up, let's take a look at the single most important part here, and that is going to be the binder. Now there is one, as I mentioned, there's one card I'm missing. You know, home flip through here. I believe it's Dukachi. Yep, so right here. This is the only secret rare we're missing, and it's actually the secret rare variant of this card here. So we're going to go ahead and go through these secret rares and see if we pull one, and we absolutely have to pull one. There has to be, this is essentially 2 cases worth. So there definitely has to be a Dukachi in here. It may not be the first card. Actually, there is one right there. And we don't even have to actually open the pack to find it. So that is really cool. We've got it. So I'm going to go ahead and get this one opened up first. We're going to open up all the secret rare packs and stack the secret rares up and see how many of each we got. But before we go through all of them, we're going to go ahead and get this bad boy open. So this is going to be the first secret rare pack we're going to open, and that's mainly because we need this top card here to complete our binder. I'm going to go ahead and sleeve this one up. And we're going to top load it and we're going to put it in our binder. And this is going to complete our set, which is amazing. Love it. So there we go. We've got Dukachi. So we're going to go ahead and just slide it in here. And just like that, our binder is complete. That is awesome. Love to see that. All right. Moving on, we had the Cyber Blader, Ojama King, Crystal Beast, Floodgate Trap Hole, nice, Armed Dragon level 7, a Winged Karibo, and a Destiny Hero. So very cool. So those are kind of the first secret pack. Again, it's a pool of 24 total secret rares in the set. You get 8 per box. So we're going to go ahead and stack all these up and let's see how many of each we got. We got all the secret rare packs opened and we have a very healthy mix. We did get the full set and we got, I would say probably at least like 5 cards from every one. So we basically have enough to make at least 5 full sets here, which is nice to see. Again, this was 24 boxes, so essentially 2 cases or 4 mini cases. So that's kind of what we were working with. I'm going to say we've got the stack over here of all of our decks. So now I'm going to hop on over to the computer and I'm going to show you guys how I can leverage Card Uploader to get all of these uploaded into our inventory super quick. We're back over at the computer, and my plan was to show you guys how to leverage Card Uploader to do this. However, we have too many boxes to do it in one shot. So we have a couple options here. We could do half and half, or we can just do a direct CSV through TCG Player. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you guys how to do it. We're going to do basically 2 batches. I'm going to do half and half. But we're going to go and we're going to say listing creator. So this is what we're going to click. We're going to select English Yu-Gi-Oh from the database. We don't need a SKU. And we're going to say start adding. And I'm going to say add from database. And I'm going under set name. I'm going to type Dual Academy box. Okay. And then we're going to say select all 242 cards. I think we have to load more. So we're going to select all 242 and then say add to batch. And that's going to bring them in. And then we need to do pricing. So I'm going to do prices, fill from TCG Player, apply. And we can see that it basically brings in a quantity of 1 of each. So what I want to do now is, typically we do like 24. However, that won't work in this case because there's a 5,000 quantity limit cap on a batch. So within Card Uploader. So we're going to do 12. And while that's running, we're going to hop on over, and this is Yugapedia. So Yugapedia is basically like Wikipedia, but for Yu-Gi-Oh sets. And they list all the cards. And nice thing with these boxes is they list the quantity of the card that is in the box for these like pre-built mini decks. So if we scroll down, you're going to see you're going to notice most of the quantities are 1. But if we go down, you will see, like this card here, Destiny Hero Malicious, there's actually 2 copies in that mini deck. So instead of 12, we would have 24. Or for our entire lot, instead of 24, we actually have 48. So we're going to need to adjust that one. This is almost done updating the quantities here. Okay. So now we want to find Destiny Hero Malicious. So I'm just going to do Control F. And I'm going to type malicious. And this is going to be Destiny Hero Malicious. Oh, we're going to find this. And instead of 12, this is going to be 24. And then we're going to hop back on over here. And we're going to scroll down. And see if there's any other ones. Typically, there's like 2 that have a multi-quantity in these boxes. Yep. So here's the other one, which is Volcanic Shell. Let's just scroll. I don't think there's any more. Yep. So we're going to come back on over, and I'm going to search for Volcanic Shell. And we're going to set this one to 24 as well. All right. So now we can ignore the name links for now. And then I also want to see, did it add the secret rares in here? It did add the secret rares. So now we're going to count how many of each secret rares that we had. And since I had to split the batch, I'm going to go ahead and just remove the secret rares. So there's 24 secret rares. I'm going to go ahead and remove each of them. Let's find all of them real quick. The poly. And then we'll do a subsequent batch with all the secret rares. That way we can take this half file and just upload it twice. And then we will be good with all the commons that are those canned cards. We're going to go ahead and just go through, and I'm going to delete all the secret rares. Okay, we've got all the secret rares purged out of there. And you can see we're at 2,640 cards. And so double that would have put us over 5,000. So we still have to split the batch. But you can see that first batch is going to be a card value at market price of $568. So if we multiply that times 2, we're basically looking at $1,100 of market value just in the commons from this. It doesn't factor in the secret rares or anything. So what I'm going to do now, we've got this. I'm going to do list export the CSV. We're going to export the TCG player CSV. And I am not going to import that yet, but we're just going to keep that. And then I'm going to go back to listing creator. And we're going to do something similar, but this time we're only going to do the secret rares. So I'm going to do add from database. And from here, I'm going to do dual academy box. And on rarity, I can do secret rare. And then I can say select all 24. Add the batch. So now we've got, and let's go ahead and fill in the prices. Fill from TCG player, apply. All right, so now we've got our prices and we've got our cards here. Now we're going to go up and count each of the secret rares and get those numbers plugged in here. Went through and added up the quantities for all the cards. As you can see, we got 183 secret rares here, and that's because we pulled one out for my own collection. We're not going to factor that into any type of break even or anything. So instead of 184, we've got 183 here. And we can see the market price on this is $222. As a reminder, we paid just above $250 for the box. I think it was like $256 or something like that. So if we sell just the secret rares and none of the commons, we would almost be close to that break-even point, which is interesting. But just scrolling down, you can see we had 9 Ancient Gear Golem secret rares. We had 5 Apprentice Magician secret rares, 11 Armed Dragon level 7s, 7 Book of Moons, 8 Crystal Beast Pegasuses, 7 Cyber Bladers, 5 Cyber Dragons, 6 Cyber End Dragons, 8 DD Warrior Ladies, 10 Dakachi, the Battle Enchanted Locomotive. This is the one that I was missing from my collection, so there was actually 11 in there. And I believe this is currently the most valuable secret rare. these cards don't have a lot of value to them. You can say like $3 is the rate for that one. Destiny Hero Dasher, we had 10 of those. 12 of the Destiny Hero Plasma, which is also up there in price. Actually, I think this is the number one in value. Takachi's number 2. You can see 367, and we actually had 12 of those. So that is super nice. Dawn Zalug, we had 6 of those. Another good card to have. Elemental Hero Flame Wingman, we had 8. Floodgate Trap Hole, we had 6. Hydrogeddon, we had 4. This was the least amount that we had of any card. Ajama King, we had 8. Polymerization, we had 9. Rainbow Dragon, we had 8. Sphere Karibo, we had 5. This was interesting. As I was opening them, I got through about like 90% of the secret rare packs, I believe, before I pulled any Sphere Karibos, and then they started popping out. Like probably like 9 of the last 10 or 5 of the last 6 or 7 packs that I opened probably had these in them. So it was interesting. Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem, we had 9 of. 7 Volcanic Doomfires, 5 Volcanic Rockets, 10 Winged Karibos. So now that we've got that, we're going to go ahead and export this TCG Player CSV. And now we can hop on over to our seller portal and we can import these. We're going to the pricing tab. And I'm going to do import to staged. Use file. And we're going to do, let's do the commons first. And hit continue. See 218 records. We're going to say continue. And as a reminder, we want to do this twice. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move. Actually, we're going to hit close here. I'm going to leave it in stage. I'm going to import the file again into stage. We're going to say continue, continue. And now I want to view my staged inventory and make sure we have 24. Let's switch to Yu-Gi-Oh here. And our quantity should be 24 for all except for a couple that had 48. So that looks good. And now I want to also import the secret rares. So we're going to go ahead and import the secret rares to our staged. 24 of those. So that looks good. We're going to do view staged inventory. Just want to double check these. And let's just go ahead and we'll just view all 250 in one shot. And I just want to make sure that we've got 2 that are 48, which we do. So we've got, there we've got 48. And we've got 48 on that one. And then some of those secret rares are other inventory. So now we can take all of this and we can move it to live. And we're going to move the entire search result because I am on all 242 prices. And hit continue. And there we go. We got 242. So now all of our inventory is live. So the next thing I want to do is I'm actually going to adjust my mass price roll because we have an advantage that we just bulk added a whole bunch of cards. And generally what will happen is people will come in and they'll pick up play sets of these cards. Speed Duel is a popular format, believe it or not. And so you can see right now I had my prices 10% below market. with a floor of 19 cents. We are going to adjust that, and I'm going to set it 10% above market. And then we're going to leave it as 19 cents floor. I'm going to go ahead and run that roll. And what this will do is anybody that comes in and buys within the first day or two will get a little bit of a premium on those initial large orders. And then as sales kind of stabilize and kind of halt for the most part, then we'll drop it down. Ultimately, I like to sit at like 5% below market. Sometimes I will do 10% below market, but we will probably, with a mass box opening like this, we'll probably do 10% over market, at least for a few days. We might drop it to 5% below or 5% above market, and then we may settle in at that 5% below market, maybe in a week or so. So, but that's it for this video. I will be doing periodic updates on this.